President Jacob Zuma is to remain in office after narrowly surviving the 8th motion of no confidence in his leadership on Tuesday night. It was really an eventful Tuesday night. The motion was defeated after 198 MPs voted against it, while 177 voted for Zuma to go. 9 abstained. On Monday, National Assembly Speaker Baleta Mbete announced that the motion will be by secret ballot. But in an eventful Tuesday in Parliament, Mbete did not participate in the motion. Opposition parties had wanted a secret ballot to protect African National Congress ANC members from any retribution if they voted against the president. The motion was brought forward by the Democratic Alliance. Zuma came to power in 2009 and has been implicated in multiple corruption scandals, while South Africa's economy has fallen into recession and unemployment has risen to record levels.
To try to better understand the scope of this vote of the South African Parliament and its consequences, we are joined by Professor Africanews, a South African political analyst based in Johannesburg. Hello, Mr. Africanews. 22 votes separate supporters from yes and no. This means that Zuma owes its survival to 11 deputies. How can we understand the survival of Jacob Zuma at the end of this secret ballot?
Well, I do think that the ruling party, the ANC members, realize that the crisis would be greater if they remove Jacob Zuma right now, because the party is divided, and this may unravel the party and lead to its split ahead of its December conference. So they have opted for caution and also opted for doing their own internal house cleaning during the December elective conference rather than take the cue from the opposition parties.
Mr. Africanews, what is the impact of yesterday's decision on South African policy before the election?
I do think that it has shaken South Africa in a big way. And it is also signaling to the president that his support is actually decreasing quite significantly, because the last vote of no confidence, opposition parties had 126 voters who supported the vote of no confidence. Now it has grown to 177. And ANC at that time, they had more than 200, which is what the 50% of the 400 members of parliament are. This time around, they could barely scrape it close because they got 198.
Is it possible that a vote of no confidence can be organized again before Zuma leaves power?
Est-ce possible qu'un vote de non-confiance puisse de nouveau être organisé avant que celui-ci ne quitte le pouvoir?
Anything is possible, though it's less likely at this stage, because with the current corruption scandals being revealed, it is quite possible that another incident might trigger the calling of another no-confidence vote, which would even be more risky for the president, because right now this is a slim majority for a party which in parliament has 62.3%.
Quel risque politique cela constitue?
What is the political risk for the ANC to keep Zuma in power until the end of his mandate?
At this time, no, because they still have room to correct whatever challenges they have in December. But if they continue to be seen to be defending the president without making sure that he accounts for some of his weaknesses, then come 2019, ANC may lose its majority because it will be seen as arrogant. It may be seen as a party that does not listen to the majority of South Africans. And to that extent, ANC new leadership in December has a lot of work to do, including having investigations into some of the corruption allegations.
Last question, Mr. Africanews, before we let you go. Does Zuma have reasons to celebrate?
I think he relishes any survival moment. To that extent, he may celebrate the fact that he has survived yet again. But politically, he is damaged because the corrosion and the progressive decline of his support. More so when you now can tell that more than 26 members of the ANC might have voted against him. That in itself will not come as a comfort for him.